Mr. Speaker, I want to request that if we can prioritize voting this afternoon on those very important pieces of legislation for our county governments, I will appreciate. On Tuesday, the 22nd of July, when SBC meets, Mr. Speaker, we shall consider the business of the week, Mr. Speaker, which will include business not concluded on today's order paper, as well as other businesses that are indicated in the notice paper. The Wednesday, 23rd of July, Mr. Speaker, will include questions to the CSs as approved by SPC, as well as motions. We have next week the Minister in charge of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, who's responding to questions by a number of colleagues. We have the CS also for cooperatives and micro, small and medium enterprises, responding to a number of questions, as well as the CS in charge of environment, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, these bills that I have mentioned earlier, that are the second reading stage, which include the county government, state officers removal from office procedure. There's a tobacco control bill, which quite a number of senators have had interesting perspectives on. Mr. Speaker, there's a county government county government's amendment bill, Mr. Speaker. Then there's a street naming and property addressing system bill, a very important bill, Mr. Speaker, that will respond to part of the issues actually that were raised in the petition by Mr. Musundi. These other bills, Mr. Speaker, that are the committee of the whole, which include the sports amendment bill, public fundraisings appeal bill, the heritage and museums bill, environmental laws, statutory instrument, which is an ADCO bill, county government election laws, it's an ADCO bill as well, Mr. Speaker, labor, migration and management bill. These are bills that are in the third reading, Mr. Speaker. And I want to request colleagues, if possible, if we can schedule time next week and prioritize the conclusion of bills that we have finished actually moving of the amendments, and all that is required is to vote, Mr. Speaker. So I want to request if members can prioritize their attendance to the House so that we conclude on those bills. We have motions also on reports of the various standing committee, including the devolution committee, Mr. Speaker, into the state of markets in Vihiga and Bungoma County, arising from a statement that had been sought by Senator Osotsi and Senator Wakoli, both of the two counties. There's a progress report also from the cohesion and equal opportunity. I want us to debate this, Mr. Speaker, because it's one of the takeaway items that came out of the motion that this House moved after the June 25th protest of 2024, Mr. Speaker. And many times you keep on being asked, after you guys spoke for that long, what else have you done? This committee has done fairly good work, not to the level that we asked of them at that particular time, but why I'm seeking your indulgence, members, is that we need to look at what Senator Chute's committee, the Committee on Equal Opportunities, has done so far, so that we can infuse further ideas about how to make this report conclusive. So I really request if next week we can have a conversation on this, Mr. Speaker, and members can speak to it with passion, because this is one of the things that keeps us as a country on the tenterhooks every other time. The fact that opportunities are not shared equally, and the Senate can lead the way in ensuring that we grant equal opportunity to all Kenyans. Parliament, by the way, Mr. Speaker, I would just make a good example, because I served in PSC, and I know that we have a regional representation policy. Every time we do employment in this House, in Parliament, Mr. Speaker, part of what we consider is a geographical representation of the candidates that we have, that are being considered, especially where there is mass employment. And there's a quota allocated to every region, Mr. Speaker, including even in internship. This House, Parliament, Mr. Speaker, has internship opportunities for lawyers, for example. And one of the things that we do is that we offer those opportunities per county. So if this year we have county 1 to 15, because there are 15 slots, unless they have increased now, those 15 counties sit out for the next 3 years until the rest of the 32 counties out of the 47 have gotten an opportunity to present a candidate. Such are the kind of intervention that this House can recommend to ensure that as a country, even in terms of employment and equal opportunities, in all and across the span and breadth of the public sector is represented. That needs to be covered in this report, and therefore I want to urge members that next week when we discuss this report, please bring your A game so that we're done. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the projected business for Thursday, 24th, will be any other business that will not have concluded on Tuesday and Wednesday. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and hereby lay this statement on the table of the Senate. Thank you.
Now, honorable senators, before we move to the next order, I have this communication to make. I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon, visiting teachers and students from Ikundu Primary and Junior School in Murang'a County. The delegation comprises 46 students and 5 teachers who are in the Senate for a one-day academic exposition. Now, honorable senators, in our usual tradition of receiving and welcoming guests to Parliament, I extend a warm welcome to them, and on behalf of the Senate and my own behalf, wish them a fruitful visit. I will call upon the Senator for Murang'a under 1 minute to exit. Honorable Senator, take your seat. Take your seat. Majority Leader, you cannot dictate how the chair is going to handle its business. Honorable Nyutu, under 1 minute, kindly extend 1 word of words.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity, and thank you for correcting the mischief by the Majority Leader. I take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to welcome the pupils and teachers of Ikundu Primary School. This is a school in Maragua constituency, and to be specific, in Genda ward of the same constituency. So I take this opportunity to welcome the good pupils and their teachers and encourage them to stay on for the time that they are going to be here to see what is done in this particular house, the upper house, that basically is about evolution. And Mr. Speaker, this is a school that is very progressive, and I know and I want to assure the pupils of Ikundu Primary School and their teachers that we have faith in them and their future is very bright. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion, approval of Senate nominees for appointment to the Board of Trustees for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the following motion. This is the approval of Senate nominees to the appointment to the Board of Trustees for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament, that pursuant to the resolution of the Parliamentary Service Scheme on the Parliamentary Service Commission of 23rd June 2025 with respect to trust deeds and rules for post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament, the Senate appoints Senate Justice Retired Stewart Mazayo and Senator Esther Okenyuri to the Board of Trustees to the Post-Service Medical Scheme for members of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, that is what it is. I request Senator Ledama Olekina to second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I second the motion as moved.
So, honorable senators, I'll proceed to propose the question that pursuant to the resolution of the Parliamentary Service Commission of 23rd June 2025, with respect to the trust deed and rules for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament, the Senate appoints Senator Justice Retired Stewart Mazayo, EGH MP, and Senator Esther Okenyuri, MP, to the Board of Trustees for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament. Now, honorable senators, the floor is open for debate. Now, remember, honorable senators, that this matter was elaborately explained to us during our last Naivasha retreat. It was adequately interrogated by us during that meeting. And therefore, I would urge you, instead of spending more time to debate on the very same matter that was explained and interrogated by us, with your concurrence, I proceed to put the question. Honorable senators, I will now put the question. That pursuant to the resolution of the Parliamentary Service Commission of 23rd June 2025, with respect to the trust deed and rules for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament, the Senate appoints Senator Justice Retired Stewart Mazayo, EGH MP, and Senator Esther Okenyuri, MP, to the Board of Trustees for the post-service medical scheme for members of Parliament. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, consideration of the report of the Mediation Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bills number 70 of 2023.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the Senate adopts the report of the Mediation Committee of the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 70 of 2025, laid on the table of the Senate on Wednesday, 16th July 2025, and that pursuant to Article 113(2) of the Constitution and Standing Order 167(3) of the Senate, approves that mediated version of the bill. I request Senator Sigei to second.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Honorable Sigei.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion that has just been tabled by the Honorable Senator Alan Sang. And just to affirm a bit of the mediated version of the gambling bill, Mr. Speaker, that is a product of a joint committee of the National Assembly and this House, where initially when the bill came into the House, certain amendments were proposed, leading to a reversion, or rather a reconstitution of the mediation committee to consider the proposals that particularly came from this House. In particular, Mr. Speaker, part of the new introductions to the version of the bill that is currently before the House is a requirement for purposes of those trading in the business